If you have always wanted to live in the Singapore's newest housing estate with brand new facilities at the Western region, you will need to watch this video because I will help you analyze the Tengah BTO in the Tengah BTO project for November 2021 and run through the whole map analysis with you so that you don't have to. Hey guys, welcome back to Honey Money SG, and in this channel we are all about building financial knowledge, share money saving hacks, and also help you lead a fulfilling quality of life. So welcome back, brand new season of the BTO analysis, and if this is not the first time that you are seeing me for BTO videos, hello again. I hope the next time I don't see you all again, hope that you all have succeeded. Alright, as usual, we'll go through two very important sources of data. Number one, HDB source of website. That is where the BTO information is displayed. At this point in time, for the pre-analysis, we definitely don't have a lot of information, but we'll just make do with what we have. And number two is the Google Maps. As long as we know the location, at least we can go and analyze the surroundings in terms of the amenities and the neighborhood to see what it offers and whether you really want to apply for that location. And if you have came here after you watched my official analysis video, then welcome, because I will take you through the location analysis that is not discussed in my official analysis video launched in November. So with all that said, let's go on to the sources of data. Let's go. Alright, so welcome to the official HDB site. We have the Tengah project for the November 2021 build to order. Now this time, Tengah is the biggest project of the November 2021 BTO, so expect to see the most number of applicants applying for the Tengah project. And also Tengah project has two project sites. So project number one is a smaller one. We only have total of 1,000 units ranging from 2 room, 3 room, 4 room all the way to 5 room flats. While for project number 2, you see we have a total of 1,120 flats, also having the same range of 2 room, 3 room, 4 room and 5 room. So if we add up the total number of units for two of these projects, we will get a total number of 2120 total number of flats available for this Tengah project. Yeah, so it's a really massive project over two sites, and we can really expect a lot of interest coming from this because of the large supply. So with that, let me take you to the location of where are these BTO sites located. The first project, being the smaller one, which is 1,000 units, is located along Tengah Park Avenue and Tengah Road, just right along the Tengah Boulevard and diagonally opposite the future bus interchange of Tengah. Okay, the nearest MRT you can see is quite far away. We have JE1, JRL, which is Tengah Plantation, and then we have JS3 for JRL, which stands for Jurong Regional Line. I believe this is the Tengah MRT station. And then for project number 2, where is it located? It's also just right opposite the project number 1. Okay, if you remember just now, project number 1 is somewhere here, right above Tengah Park Avenue and Tengah Road. Then now project number 2 is at Tengah Drive, right, bounded by this area. Wow, it's a really big area, you can see. So you can see these two projects are really just opposite each other, and then we can analyze both of their location at once. I'll just use project 2 because this has more information. You can see that there is a neighborhood center integrated with polyclinic. So that's a neighborhood center for you. Comes with a healthcare facility, which is polyclinic. So don't have to venture too far out. Don't need to take any bus ride to anywhere. Just have to go downstairs. And if you want to seek medical consultation, we have polyclinic. Right, so neighborhood center is more like those town council, community center, where sometimes the government needs to do some community activity like vaccination. That's where they will do it. And also CG, if you don't know, stands for common green, right? It's written in the legend over here. CG stands for common green, so it just means grass or trees. No park connectors that can be identified here. The nearest park connector is actually over here at the far end of Bukit Batok West. So we don't really see any parks here, but as of now, you should know that Tengah is just one big piece of undeveloped land. So anywhere is grass and anywhere are trees. So it really depends on whether they want to develop that land into housing estates or just build more proposed parks. Oh yeah, there is a proposed park here, Forest Fringe, right? Forest Fringe, I guess, is the name of the park. They probably want to build like a park connector as well. And then there's another park called Forest Corridor. All these fancy names. I don't know why we need so fancy names. Just call it some park. Sometimes you tell people, I want to go to Forest Fringe. Hey, where is this Forest Fringe? Nobody will know where is it. But if you tell them this is Tengah Park Forest Fringe, then people at least know where is Tengah ma. You tell them this kind of fancy name, who will know where is it, right? Okay, and then we take a look at this surrounding. I've talked about the bus interchange, so likely there will be a bus interchange that brings a lot of bus services to Tengah. So expect to have a very good transportation options, even though you're not very near the MRT. And by not very near, I'm talking about this distance. It's about, I believe, 200 to 300 meters away, depending on how far in you stay and how fast you walk, right? That's within 10 minutes, I believe. You can reach this Tengah Plantation MRT station. And if you want to go to the other MRT station, I believe it's also within 15 minutes walk, right? This distance is about 800 meters. But since the land is not developed yet, right, all these are just estimation. Okay, only when you really walk with your own foot to the MRT station, then you can really tell how far it is. Okay, other than that, they didn't say anything about like food options, supermarket. I believe this will be covered in the official analysis, whether they are going to build some neighborhood coffee shops or neighborhood supermarkets over here to just add more convenience for the Tengah residents. I believe that's all in the plan. We'll look at the official analysis when it's announced. But drivers will be glad to know that Tengah is actually very connected to Pan Island Expressway, PIE. If you see, just a short drive from your BTO estate to the highway, that take less than 3 minutes. Okay, and then you can just connect all the way to the west or the east. With that, I also want to take you through the past application rates of Tengah flat. So for 2-room Flexi, we just need to look at first timers. Okay, if you are a first timer, we just reference to Park Woods at Tengah and Garden Court at Garden Terrace. You're almost guaranteed because nobody want to apply to Tengah as a 2-room Flexi. Okay, I'll do a separate 2-room Flexi video to cover those eligible applicants and also the other project, right? Okay, for 3-room, if you're a first timer, you're also almost guaranteed a flat. 1.2 applications fighting for a flat, you are almost guaranteed. 0.8, then you are more than guaranteed. Okay, 4-room wise, if we look at first timers rate for the past few projects, 3 is actually quite comfortable. You are still guaranteed to get a number because HDB still give queue number up to 3x the number of units, right? So not a bad chance. And also you look, number of units last time is 387 and 570. This time we have over 2,000 units. I believe supply is really good this time at Tengah BTO. If you really want to get a BTO unit after trying for so many years, right, then this time why not try Tengah because the supply is so much. Okay, and then we look at the last one, 5-room flat. 5-room flat usually is the most popular one because as we are working more from home now and we need more space, right, to actually do our home activities and raise more children, then this will be really good for people who want to have a large family. Okay, first timer rate at 3.1, not too bad compared to other kind of double digit application rates that we see. That's really insane. Okay, 3.1 is really reasonable, and that's with 327 units, which I believe this time Tengah having 2 projects of total 2,000 over units would have much more supply. So don't worry too much, just apply and then see whether you get a queue number. Okay, don't ask me at the comments what is my probability to get. I cannot tell you. I am not Chai Sen Ye. I am not a crystal ball as well. Okay, just wait for your results to come out and then go to my official analysis video. Right now, let's go to this Google Map analysis. Okay, here we are at the Tengah bare land. All greenery, nothing. We can only see excavators right now if we go to the site. Or this time less green already because they already start building some stuff here. Tengah Drive is the road that we talk about for project number 2, right? You see this is Tengah Drive. So your project number 2 is just right above it. Okay, we go back to here. So that's where your project number 2 is, the larger one, 1120 units. It's still fairly undeveloped. All these roads are not even built yet. So you have all these trees. We have to chop down all the trees to make way for public housing. But that's just the way it is. Population is increasing in Singapore. We need more flats. And then for project number 1, which is like another road away from the Tengah Drive, that will be somewhere around here already, I believe. Okay, so this is your project number 2. This is a project number 1. And if we look at the nearest existing civilization right now, that is at Bukit Batok West. Okay, Bukit Batok West is here. We have a lot of HDB projects here as well, still under construction. This is the Westgate at Bukit Batok. If we look at just pure Google Maps, then here you can see at least we have a shopping mall. This is Le Quest Shopping Mall. This shopping mall at least got 4.2 stars. Not bad, not bad. At least you can have a bus right here to the nearest shopping mall. Okay, you all can see what it offers. And then there's a Sheng Siong supermarket, which is not bad as well. if they really don't build supermarket over here, which I don't believe. But at least you know that there's a essential market just right down the road. So don't have to worry too much about your groceries. You see, the difficulty of analyzing Tengah maps is that there's really nothing to analyze for this surrounding because it's just really bare, right? But at least you want to know that they are building a slip road to the PIE exit over here. They'll build a new one as depicted by this project details, right? You see, they are building some new slip road here. So hopefully, it can help connect drivers to the PIE easier for Tengah residents. But bad news for people who are driving along PIE. Now you have residents from Tengah all come and jam up your PIE in the peak hour. Oh, and I forgot one detail is that you see this proposed park. Okay, it's connected all along this PIE. I think it's to act as a natural sound barrier as well. So as you plant more trees, it will act as a sound barrier so that these noises from the roads don't travel to the resident houses. Otherwise, there's a lot of noise pollution. So really, I believe I covered most of the amenities in the HDB site map instead of the Google map this time. Because Google map really gives me nothing. It's just bare land and I can really talk nothing about it. But HDB site map, at least they tell me, okay, here has polyclinic, right? So you don't have to worry too much about healthcare that I talked about earlier. And then they also give me bus interchange. So I'm happy already. Okay, I have bus that I can go anywhere. I'm happy. I have MRT that can travel next time. I'm so happy. So really the pros of this estate is that there's super lots of greenery you can expect. You are not in a very dense population housing estate such as Bidadari or Punggol or Sengkang where you only see HDB flats and people, right? You can expect to see more greenery, I believe. And all your facilities are new. Your estate are new, full of young people. But of course, the cons of this is nothing is really much developed over here. And you probably have to bear with a lot of construction noise because you are not the only BTO that's under construction, right? We also have future projects that has not been announced yet. You see, this whole Tengah site is so big, you know, this whole patch of land. If you dedicated to housing estate, you also need a few BTO exercises over the next few years to really cover every bit of this land, just like Bidadari. And I think Bidadari started their BTO application exercise since 2015, right? Or even earlier. And now in 2021, we just finished the last BTO project, which is like Alcove Breeze. So doesn't mean your BTO build finished already, you don't need to worry because there's a lot of new developments definitely upcoming in Tengah project and you have to bear with the construction noise, the inconveniences and also the heavy industrial vehicles moving in and out of your estate. But if you really like the points that I discussed about Tengah project, then I believe this is a good choice to really apply for because of the large supply. You definitely at least can get a queue number, I believe. You see, 2,000 units multiplied by 3, that means at least 6,000 applicants can get a queue number. 6,000 sounds really a lot. Okay, and we also have 4 other BTO projects that are competing for. So not everybody can apply for Tengah one. You apply for the other project, you cannot apply for Tengah. So if you really want a high hope and get a queue number, go for Tengah this time. Alright, so I hope this little Google Map analysis and HDB site analysis has helped you at least to understand a little bit better about this Tengah project. And if you have found value in my sharing, just comment a thank you in the comment section below. I'll thank you personally as gratitude, and let's get back to the video. Alright, so I hope that little BTO analysis on the Google Maps and HDB website has helped you understand a little bit better around the location and the amenities. And now let's go on to my price estimate for this Tengah project for November 2021. For the price reference, I'll reference it to the Garden Bloom project earlier this year, which is another project in Tengah. So for 2-room Flexi, my price will be between $120,000 to $170,000. 3-room units will be between $230,000 to $290,000 Singapore dollars. 4-room will be between $302,000 to $370,000 Singapore dollars. And lastly, 5-room will be between $410,000 to $500,000 Singapore dollars. Based on my assumption and my comparison with the earlier projects. And I'm going to have a name guess for fun. So Tengah projects are named after the garden, right? Because it's within the Tengah garden. So my name for this guess will be Garden Residences and Garden Woods. Yeah, not very creative, I know. But let's see whether I'm really correct. Alright, so I hope all this BTO analysis has helped you in planning for your BTO application. And please remember to help me like this video at the bottom. It just takes 1 second for you to do it. And consider subscribing to my channel if you have found my BTO and Singapore property content useful. Also do join us over at the Honey Money Telegram community group right here at this link. My name is Christopher. This is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.